Traders, what is going on? Mr. David and Jason, miss you guys. Hope all is well. Excited to get into this market analysis this morning. Jason has got another one on the way. Congrats, man. You're about to be more tired. Tired as always. Gonna be more tired now, Jason. Get ready for no sleep. That's the one thing that concerns me. Man. David, miss the pre-market analysis every day. I miss you guys a lot too. Trust me. Miss you guys a lot. I'm over at the Day Trader chat room, and that's kind of where my responsibilities are at right now. I'm up early, like 7 to 8:30. I do pre-market, and then I post an entire watch list over there so that the guys can follow along. And then I go live 8:30 to 9. And then right now, I'm going to do something for you guys. I'm going to try to do this like once a week. It's very busy, but I miss you guys. I want to try to do this about once-ish a week. And then I got to go back over there for the live trading. But we got a lot going on this morning. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday leading up to GME was absolutely quiet, right? GME woke up this market, and the short squeeze is unbelievable here, guys. GME, GameStop. Now, here's the thing. When everyone thinks that something should be going to zero, the opposite happens, right? 90%ers think something's going up, and then guess what? They buy the top, it goes down. When everyone's short selling something like GME, the opposite happens. Now, the short interest on GME is 260%. I want to make sure you guys heard me. I don't see this very often, and so it was absolutely crazy. I went to GME, Yahoo Finance, going to the short percentage of the float. 260% of the float is short. The float is 46 million. The share short is 71 million. So we are getting a massive short squeeze on GME. That's what happened yesterday, and that's kind of what woke this market up. Now, of course, everyone thought GME is going to zero, right? Because it's a similar business model to what Blockbuster was, correct? In that you go rent movies, and now everything's digital, so Blockbuster goes out of business. People were thinking the same thing with GameStop, right? Everything's going digital. Well, GME is getting a huge short squeeze on it. We have so many shorts underwater here that it would not surprise me if we had a little continuation on GME. So that's something that I'm going to be looking for this morning. A little continuation on that short squeeze GME. A lot of shorts underwater there. Obviously, is where most attention is going to be today, as this stock went from, honestly, the last couple months has gone from a few dollars up to 40. In July it was in the $3 range after when the pandemic hit, the stock tanked. So we have a few sectors running hot right now. Obviously, the energy, COVID, electric vehicles are a very hot space at the moment too. Bitcoin. So we have a lot of plays that we need to go over, and I'm going to try to get as much of this in as possible before the bell. So let's make sure we're also watching, actually right before GME, I had pulled up SPCE. This is in the space sector. So several space-related stocks trading higher on reports that this lady named Kathy Woods, ARK Invest, is planning to launch a space ETF. And so SPE is getting a gap up after a potential space ETF on the way. And this one's got an inverse head and shoulders pattern to it. You guys know that is a bullish pattern, inverse head and shoulders. I'll show you the chart. We have our neckline, shoulder, head, and breakout area. So the breakout area here is obviously going to be around that 32.20 area, which is having trouble at the moment. And then if it breaks above that, we're going to have room on the chart to that 34 area where we have a couple upper shadows. What do upper shadows mean? Upper shadows signify selling pressure. So we have sellers moving into the stock with that selling pressure. That's something I'm looking at on the short side with SPCE. Wouldn't mind going long to short on it. I just need to see I don't even have shorts on it. That always happens to me, guys. Ugh. I'm like, I'm shorting this stock until I check my shorts. I could probably locate, but anyways, it's not a bad bullish pattern for that break above the upper. What's the upper shadow look like on the chart? You're just talking about right back. Yeah, we have a couple upper shadows in this 35 range. Upper shadow way back here, 34 to 36-ish, and then here 32 to 35. So definitely some sellers going to be in that 35 range. If trading that on the long side, let's just make sure we're locking in profits along the way. That's what I'm going to be looking for, SPCE. All right. There's a lot this morning going on, guys. Goodness gracious. All right, FRSX had a climb into the close yesterday, and they're in the autonomous vehicle space. That's what got this one going. Anything vehicle related, autonomous, electric vehicle, batteries. Well, actually, we have another ticker this morning in the battery space. Well, DPW came out with a PR8. They're in the electric vehicle battery space. FRSX has obvious support at 620. That was resistance yesterday. Prior resistance turns into support. A lot of lower shadows down here in the 620s. If trading FRSX, let's watch it against 620s. All right, the Bitcoin-related play this morning is FTFT. That had a ramp into the close yesterday as well and formed a little bit of an ascending triangle pattern. Ascending triangle, 820s is the main resistance line. We have the bottom trend. You guys see the bottom trend line. That's higher lows forming. That's what an ascending triangle is. And we have that bottom support in the 850s, 860s. It's respecting that area now, but it looks slightly heavy against it. If trading FTFT, ultimately the support guide I'd like to be traded against would be the previous close. These are all areas we want to watch as traders. Previous open, previous close, high day, low day. All these areas as natural resistance support. That's going to be 796. So let's make sure we're watching that one against 796 FTFT. If it does not hold that ascending triangle trend line, that's in the Bitcoin space. Another one in the electric vehicle space I'm watching this morning is CCIV. Now, CCIV, let's pull up. This one actually IPO'd in October. And we're at all-time highs on CCIV. And in fact, the only reason this one got a huge spike, you guys see this on Monday, CCIV, the reason this one got such a big spike is because they actually came out with a rumor that literally their PR said, a rumor that we're going to go public with an electric vehicle company. And so CCIV has been getting hype off of that. People buying the anticipation, buy rumor, sell news, right? And so what are we watching on CCIV? Well, since we don't have technical indicators to go off of in its past chart history, and that's kind of my holy grail. I do three types of analysis, you guys know. Trader analysis, which is going to be that above average volume. That's what I'm looking for. Above average volume relative to its average trading day. Other than the trader analysis, I'll do fundamentals. Essentially, I won't dig into PRs, but essentially is it in the sector that's hot. And then technical analysis, taking a look at the past chart history. You guys see I'm on the 3-year chart here, and it IPO'd 9/18, September 18th. And we're actually getting, we just got a ton of, this stock was essentially flatlining up until it came out with that EV news. So CCIV, there's potential here. There's just no intraday, well, there's no past chart history to go off of, so we have to really either A, use intraday indicators for our risk guide, or B, use our P&L as a max loss type of risk guide there. So CCIV right now I have support right around 18. That is holding fairly well. That's an area I want to watch on CCIV. All right, on the short side, Sava's not too bad. You guys let me know. SAVA. I did not see any company-specific news to justify the price action yesterday on Sava. Actually, that was literally a PR. I was like, there's no company-specific news here. If you guys saw anything with SAVA, my guess is they're in the COVID space, but I don't know for certain. But anyways, SAVA got a nice little climb yesterday at the close above average volume. I don't see company-specific news. I like this one short against the previous high a day or 1250s. Saba came up and hit its resistance areas on the chart. Big upper shadow from yesterday, $13 down to 1150s. So I like that against that 1250 area where that is resistance on the chart. That one had a nice climb yesterday. Look, I like that one on the short side. Let's see what else we got. Energy sector's been hot. That's going to be tickers such as Sun W, ENG. ENG is in the energy sector as well. So Sun W, let's watch that one against 1120s. Sun W, this one has got also Plug. Plug's been a huge play in the energy space too. But 1120s, it kind of double topped Tuesday at the close and yesterday midday, and now it's above 1120s. So if trading Sun W on the long side, let's watch it against that. Went over that. DPW came out with the electric vehicle battery. I hate the chart on DPW so much. I'm a past chart history guy, and what does that mean? When you look at the past chart history on DPW, what are you going to find? Well, for one, it just made a very large recent move on it. But two, look at all these huge red candlesticks. What does that mean? Well, the top of the red candlestick, the top of the body on the red candlestick is the open. So every time DPW opens up, it gives everything back. That's one thing I noticed with DPW, and that's why I'm not a huge fan of it on the long side, although it is in the electric vehicle space. Another play that's holding up slightly this morning is CNET. I'm going to make sure I go over CNET. They actually partnered with a company called 360 Security Technology Incorporated, and that is the largest Chinese internet security company in China. So CNET, this is one we obviously want to watch. 320 is going to be that main resistance. Above 320s, I have 390s as main resistance. Yep, 320s. Up here to the 370s, 80s, 90s. We see a few upper wicks. But CNET came out with a pretty nice PR. Problem is, it's going to have obviously a tough time getting back, as far as overhead resistance, when in fact last Friday we would definitely have some baggies from last Friday. So I'm not in love with the chart there. Did come out with a decent, pretty good PR. I'm going to be watching SPCE pretty carefully in this inverse head and shoulders pattern. And then, of course, GME is where all eyes are going to be at the open. Very curious to see if we're going to profit take on GME out of the gates. But I suspect if we do profit take, shorts are going to be trying to minimize their losses, meaning cover their positions. And what does covering positions mean on the short side? It means buying their shares back. So they're buying the stock, and when we have an influx of buying coming back into it, we could see this thing red to green move. So GME, that's what I'm watching there. Quick overview, CCIV in the electric vehicle space, 18 holding up. FRSX, that one's in the autonomous vehicle space as well, 620s as support. Mr. Brad, are you in here, Brad? What is going on? Been a while, Brad. Hope you're doing well. What does that mean? ISW working for you? mean? But anyways, GME short squeeze. Brad, did you see that yesterday? GME 260%. 260%, Brad, of the float is short. Absolutely insane. Anyways, guys, I have a couple minutes left, and then I got to get back over and to the Day Trader chat room. Let me know if you have any questions at all. Let me know if you have any questions all before we get going. That is, if you guys want access to the room where I do pre-market, literally type it out every day pre-market so you guys can follow along. Let me see if I can show you an example of that real quick. Okay, here we go. Yep. Yeah, this is the room I'm with right now, and every day I type up a watch list in the morning. And look at this. This is what I love about where I'm at right now. You can literally follow along every day, every morning at 8:30. I put this out. Look, Thursday today, I literally typed out everything I'm watching, so you can follow along. So there's a little 5 for 5 deal if you guys want to. If you guys want to take advantage of that. Brad, mine won't work. It's stuck in the loading screen. GME was crazy. Chat's going pretty fun, man. It's going well. There's literally 0.2 sec. Like, there's no delay, which is amazing. It's more professional. I can alert things in there. I'm alerting things. The watch list is great. Being able to utilize that. Everything's so much more professional about it. I'm going to try to do YouTube here and there for you guys still. Maybe once a week-ish or so, once or twice a week. But, yeah, I love the professional platform. BABA, a little bit of a gap up. Thank you for bringing that up, sir. A little bit of a gap up with Alibaba. We have the 200-day. It's been kind of heavy under. That's at 249. So I would be careful. If on the long side there, I'd definitely be locking in profits along the way against 249. Space stocks are rocketing higher. Hey Brad, if you're still having problems, email me. Or yeah, do you have Brian's email? I can message him real quick. Try it again and let me know real quick before we get to the market. It may be your email associated with the scanners. And I'll make sure we want to make sure that's taken care of for you, so you're good to go. But otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the pre-market analysis. Going live here in 2 minutes. Come over to the Day Trader chat room if you guys want a little sneaky peeky. And otherwise, having an issue today as well? Yeah, all good on my end. No problems at all. Otherwise, I love you guys. I miss you so much. We'll do it again. I want to see you very soon. So we'll do it again probably early next week. So make sure you have the notifications on so you guys are alerted. And traders, let's do it.